Good morning, good morning, good morning. What it do, truckers? We back early mornings, 7:19 in the morning. And we starting this week off a little different on permanent level right now. And what I mean by that is that I am done with J.B.Hunt dedicated lane overnight. Not done with J.B.Hunt entirely, just overnight, you know. So I know y'all probably see the caption in the thumbnail and the title and probably be like, oh, he quit? Yeah, I quit overnight. Thank God. So we starting this new week, morning shift, different lane, which means y'all will not be seeing me go to Texas no time soon, probably ever again. Not unless, you know, it's upon my request. But as far as right now, yeah, man, I'm kind of happy about this new shift change. I was definitely ready to get off that overnight and start fresh early in the morning. And feel good this morning. So we about to go ahead and get the paperwork, get this morning started, and I'll give y'all more details on the way. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Guttah.Trucker, and I'm interrupting this video to let you guys know that this video is being sponsored by my clothing brand. Stay real, stay loyal. As you guys can see, a bunch of different varied colors. Got the spider in the middle. I chose spider for this collection because it represents solitude and independence, which a lot of us truckers are. If you guys would like to support the channel, the brand, and myself by purchasing one of these t-shirts, please DM me on Instagram at Guttah.Trucker. Now back to the video. Hey, drivers, so we doing something a little different this morning, I guess. So I was told last night that I would be picking up a load today and taking it to Virginia. Then I get here, as soon as I get here, I get a phone call while I'm pre-tripping my truck that plans have been changed. I will not be going to Virginia. I will be doing local store runs. 1/4 mile, turn left on Which Rock Road. Would total up to be like 66 miles total, you know, going out and coming back. Total miles like 66. And I got 3 stops. So this would be different for me, doing local store runs. So we're gonna see how that goes. They gave me some maps to follow to make sure that I, you know, get into the dock correctly. You know, this would be my first time as a truck driver, period, doing local store runs. But as far as right now, we about to go ahead and weigh up. And then we gonna go ahead and hit the road. Like I said, we got until 2:30 this afternoon to finish out the loads, and right now it's 8:05. And none of the stores are far away from each other. All right, driver, so we had our first stop. Wasn't the best navigating wise. It brought me in the opposite way of where I was supposed to come to set up to bag into the dock. So I had to make some adjustments as far as turning the tractor and trailer around to face the area that I need to be facing so I can bag into the dock. But now that I'm here, there is no dock space. There's 2 trailers in the dock. Sound like one of them is being unloaded. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that situation. So I gotta go ahead and figure out if I supposed to drop one and take one. I don't know. So we're gonna have to go ahead and try to figure this part out. How you doing?
Morning.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, you need to go on this one.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
You're hot.
I'm paused down. I'm facing that way.
Okay, yeah. Put the water and stop right here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, well, maybe I did come in the right way, and I just spent the trailer around to go the opposite way. And now I gotta spin it around to bring it to this dock right here. But as y'all can see, I'm facing that way. So, yeah. I think I'll be able to spin it though. Shouldn't be no issue. All right, y'all, so we got the...
Turn right, then take the first right.
We got the tractor turned around. Definitely wasn't the prettiest, but we did what we had to do. Now let's go ahead and try to get this into this dock. I don't even see it. This is like a blind side, which is not good at all, bro. Like, what? That's the best I can get. That man, hell no. Bro, this is terrible. This is terrible, man. This trash can is messing me up, bro. I can't see around it. It shouldn't even be right here. Jesus, man. We done with the first load. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, kind of rough. Backing, blind backing with a trash can right in the vicinity of where I need to bump the dock. It just made it way too hard. Now we going to the second location. And the second location, you know, let me tell y'all right now, I ain't feeling it so far. I am not feeling it so far. But we gonna do our best. We definitely gonna do our best and try to make it happen. So let's see how this goes. While we 6 miles away from the next drop, I'm gonna give y'all a little insight how I'm feeling about doing local so far. I don't think it's bad if you have a steady route. Cause I done had a few drivers, I'm guessing they knew, ask me what do I think about local. And I told them I don't know because I haven't done it with J.B.Hunt yet. Well, this be my first time doing local, period, as far as store runs. I ain't never did store runs before. But when you're doing store runs, you want to be consistently going to the same store until you have it down packed, how the dock is, what the park area is like, the plaza, the shopping center, the shopping mall, wherever you going, to drop off that load to be unloaded, you want to do that route for about, I would say, about 2 weeks straight before they start mixing them. And then if they feel like they're gonna, be mixing them, then they need to let you jump on the one they gonna mix in with the first one for another 2 weeks until you get that down pat. But if they just throwing you out here like I am, you know what I'm saying? Then you gotta be real patient. You gotta be real patient, and you can't have no ego and no shame. You cannot be ashamed to keep trying to get into a difficult blind like the one I just did was extremely difficult for me because for one, like I said, it was no possible way for me to set up properly to where I can get my trailer back on my site side. So everything I tried, the trailer always end up on the blind side. Parking lot was real small. Nowhere to, really widen the turn to bring it around to where I can line it up on my site side. So I did ask for, somebody to come and spot me, but I think they only had like 1 or 2 guys back there and they wasn't willing to help. So I called my manager, told my manager, hey, listen, I've been here for about 30, 40 minutes, no shame, and I'm having a difficult time bagging this into this dock because where I see they normally have the driver's bag it to was already full. And they got me over here where this trash can is on my blind side, and that's where the dock is. So I took my precious time, and if I felt like I wasn't gonna get it, I was gonna call my manager back and tell my manager, listen, I'm not comfortable, nor do I feel like I'm gonna get it safely without hitting something. And they were just gonna have to take it for what it was. But, like I said, I was patient, and I was willing to get out and look as much as possible. And did I bag it in perfect? Nope. It definitely had a curl to it. It wasn't straight. Both of the bumpers on the trailer was not touching. Nope, it was crooked, very crooked. But as long as they could get that dock plate on there and get them pallets out, that's all that matters. So I would advise anybody that's trying to get into local, like I am, and you may not be unloading your own trailer like food service do, man, be extremely patient. No ego and no shame, man. Get out and look as much as possible. And if you need to ask for a spotter, ask for a spotter. If they don't want to spot you, do the best you can. And if you don't feel like the best that you got is working, man, call your manager and let them know. Call your manager and let them know, hey, it ain't working. I'm not finna hit in there. They may try to pressure you into still doing it, but then you tell them, like, listen, if I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm not finna put my license at jeopardy. Because if I hit something, either y'all gonna fire me or I'm gonna get a write-up. And you don't want neither one of those with anybody, so that's just my insights on what I got for y'all so far. And right now, I'm 3 miles away. I looked at the dock on the Google Earth. I looked at it on Google Map. I looked at it on Apple Map. And it's kind of similar to the one I just left. But the only thing is, where I'm pulling into, it looked like it could be another blind bag. So I'm going into it a little bit more confident because, like I said, I was successful with the last one. Even though it was difficult, I still made it through. And, like I said, the more you do it, the more your confidence should build up. And that, it don't take long for that to happen. We here. But like I got make a U-turn to get to face the dock. Hopefully I can successfully do that. Gonna be kind of difficult. Hold on. Back up a little bit. All right, so I see an open spot back there that I'm guessing is okay for me to back into. So I'm gonna just go ahead and back into it. If I have to move, then they're gonna have to tell me. It's a real big dip down here. Real big dip in this hill. Oh, we got it. All right, so this location is a lot easier to bag than the last location, but nonetheless, we got it in now. How you doing?
Sir, how you help?
All right.
What you got? I got all my truck.
Did you? Oh, this is what they had you on here.
Is it grocery?
Should be.
It's drop and hook?
I don't think so.
Nah. Must be a couple of pallets in.
Yeah, I don't think it's too many. I got 3 stops. You the second stop.
Damn, where am I gonna put all this at? You supposed to get a drop today.
I don't know. Like I said, it may not be that many.
I don't know. Gotta be that little weird number.
I might have to string it up a little bit to get the what's called on there. Want to see what's on here first? All right, drivers, we done with this location that we on to our last location. Once again, kind of a challenging dock, but I feel like all of them gonna be like that because of the location of them. But starting to get the hang of it as I go. So let's just try to finish this one out strong, man. Let's just try to finish this one out strong.
Turn right, then take the first left.
These first 2 gave me so many problems. The first one was bagging into the dock. This one was the street that it was telling me to bag down. And look at this. So both of them had their own different challenges. This
Turn
one,
right, then take the first left.
this one that I'm leaving from, the challenge was get into the dock, out on the main roads. Both navigator was on 2 different pages. One telling me to go down here, one telling me to go down there. I ain't know which way to go. Ended up taking the wrong road. So I had to turn all the way back around to get back on the right road. But once I got here, you know, it was simple, self-explanatory. But, you know, we learned. All right, drivers, we here at the 3rd final location.
In 1/4 mile, turn Turn right, then take the third right.
Similar back into the rest of them, but like I said, this one, okay, I see it. I was about to say, this one got two at the dock, but they got a middle one that's open. I ain't see it at first. All right, we in now. Let's see what they're talking about. We just completed the last load. We got it unloaded. They had quite a few to unload. I haven't had to sit and wait for something to be unloaded like that in a minute. But I can tell y'all this.
Turn right, then take the first right.
I know some of y'all gonna ask, so how do you like it? Your first time, your first day actually doing local, how do you like it? Doing store runs, how do you like it? My first day, my first time, I don't like it. I'll tell you that right now. I do not like it. Reason being is because of the dock locations. That's it. That's all it is. I didn't like it my first day due to the dock locations. You know, like I said, if I was to come back tomorrow and do this same lane, these same stores, easy. You know what I'm saying? But I know that won't be the case.
Turn left on Flat
They're gonna have me going different
take the
places,
second left.
and I gotta get used to all those places. And I don't really like when I have to do that in like areas and situations like these because you have to be very, very careful. Not saying you don't have to be with, the DC dropping hooks. You gotta be extra careful with the DC dropping hooks as well, but the location is basically self-explanatory. Where you go and drop is self-explanatory. When you come to these stores, different cities, different counties, they all make they shopping centers and they plazas different. So you have to be specific about where you enter and where you exit because you can end up on a wrong road and you can be stuck. And these four-wheelers are not trying to help you. They're not courteous to truck drivers at all. No matter how courteous we are to them, they're not courteous to us.
Turn left at the traffic light.
So it's like, that's all you deal with when you're doing local store runs. You're dealing with different plazas, different locations, different scenarios, different stores, different people that has to unload your truck. Now, don't get me wrong. Every store I went to that unloaded my truck, they hopped right on it. Now, the first store, they didn't want to come out and spot me. Now, some people just feel like, oh, you're a professional driver. You're supposed to know how to do it. Man, listen, we all run into situations we are not used to, so we be needing help sometimes. And I'm one of the ones, I don't mind saying I need help. So, besides that, they still unloaded the truck in a timely manner. The second location got better. The third location got better. It's like every time I went to different location, it got better and better. You know what I'm saying? But if I could just be honest with y'all, yeah, man, I'd rather just go back to dropping hook. That's what I had planned on doing this morning. Anyway, I supposed to be in Virginia right now. Well, probably not right now, but probably like another 2 hours, 3 hours, I would have been dropping and hooking in Virginia on my way back. Probably to a truck stop somewhere to spin a 10 and then make my way back. You know what I'm saying? I don't have problems with those at all. But by me being on this new schedule, this new morning schedule, I guess this is one of the things that come with it, is doing these store runs. And, I'm going to just have to, let them know, like, the instructions that they give us aren't that great. You know what I'm saying? Because the navigator is going to take you wherever the navigator going to take you. And like I said, when you out here in these inner cities, you have to be very careful about where you turn, where you enter, and where you exit.
Turn left on I-20 West.
One wrong turn will have you stuck if you don't pre-plan it properly. Even if you pre-plan it properly, when you get to the location, sometimes you just really got to stop and look and see. The navigator telling me to turn in now, but does it make sense? And if it don't make sense, and you don't see an exit, like the Smith system say, have an exit plan. If you do not have a solid exit plan, I will not turn there. So I got to my truck a little bit after 8 a.m. this morning, and I got done with my last store around 1:30. So that's what, 5 hours? A lot of folks would be like, oh, that's great. You get to go home and da. Cool, I ain't mad at that at all. But I like, I don't like rough days like this. Even though they gonna be rough days like this, I don't like it, especially when it's last minute. This last minute, I don't be liking it. But like I said, if I was to continue to do this and get familiar about the areas I'm going into, the stores I'm going to drop loads out to, it'll be real easy. But I'm just giving y'all my honest opinion and how I really feel about it. All right, trucker, that's it. Appreciate y'all riding along with me today. Appreciate y'all tolerating all my whining and crying and all that, how I just let the local store run just kick my ass. It be like that sometimes, though. It be like that sometimes. But guess what, though? We learning. We learning and we accepting. You know what I'm saying? The most important thing about all of this is, bro, you don't give up, nor do you go home or to bed or move on with your next assignment with your head down. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep our head up. I'm tripping. Like we gonna keep our head up and be ready for whatever they got for us next. So that's just all that be. So if y'all stayed through this far through the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and you out down that road, man. Stay prayed up and stay safe. I see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out.